We're recording, and it's all ready to rock. So here it is. Enjoy in 3, 2, 1.
Is something wrong?
It's nothing. More importantly, is Jackass all right?
Moo! I forgot how much old ladies stink.
The morning stream. I must break you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is the morning stream for July 3rd, 2024. That's important because tomorrow is when all those dumb fireworks ruin your night.
Yes,
so,
right.
Get ready for that. We forgot to say Happy Canada Day to the Canadians yesterday, by the way.
Oh, right, yeah.
Sorry, you guys.
Canada!
We love you. We hope you're great up there. We hope.
That's right. Actually, Monday was, yeah.
Oh, was it Monday? Oh, shit. We even missed
Monday.
it. We missed
it for 2 days. We missed Happy Canada Day. Yeah.
Well, happy. I don't know what they do up there when they celebrate. Do you guys do the fireworks and stuff, or is it just I don't know.
It's just a bunch of everybody piles into the nearest Tim Hortons, and then they all go out for poutine later.
Oh, fantastic! That sounds actually great. I prefer that.
Kind of does.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with any of that.
All right. Well, we love you, and we want you to be safe up there. And when we do dumb shit down here, don't worry too much about us. Okay, it'll all be okay. We're not going to come up there and cause any trouble. All right. If anything, it'll be you coming down here to calm us down. All right. So anyway, we wish you the best. All right. I had a funny thing happen yesterday. I went to Van's Little League T-ball game. He's been playing T-ball, so every Tuesday there's a game. And man, I loved yesterday's schedule. The game wasn't until 7:30 at night, and that was great because even though the kids all have bedtimes at 8:30, and not just these kids, every kid there. It's still sunny, but not hot anymore. Long shadows. Beautiful. It's just my favorite time of day.
Love this time of year, yeah. Yeah,
and it's so great. And so we're laying on the grass, and we swung by Swig. People know what that is if you're a local.
Oh, yeah. That's your drinks, the fast food store that only has drinks.
That's right. They're so big here. The couple that founded that thing are freaking billionaires. They made so much money.
And why don't we get them in Colorado? That's the craziest things because it feels like we should get that. We should get that here. It's crazy.
They're probably heading there, but them and Fizz, and there's another one called.
You have competing drink only.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's real. It's getting hairy here. What was there's another one. Shit. What's it called? I can't think of it.
We used to have a thing called the Pop Shop here in Denver, but it was really just. You go get a big 24 tray, fill it with glass bottles of pop, all the flavors that you want, black cherry soda or seltzer or whatever, colas, and then you take them home, you drink them, you put the glasses back in that 24 tray, you take them back in, and then you get a discount on your next 24, which it's kind
deal.
of a similar, well, not really a similar thing because you're not drinking them there or buying a drink to drink right away.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is mostly, you can go in order, but it's mostly drive-ups, and it's real simple, inexpensive. They make crazy combinations of stuff, put real fruit in there if you want it. People in the chat are like, Mormon nonsense. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything?
It in there just because it's Utah. Oh yeah, it must be Mormon nonsense.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say. But anyway, so we go there. I get my big sugar-free. I didn't do any caffeine because I was like, I don't want to be up all night. And I don't remember what I got. It was good though. Had mango and some kind of coconut flavor or something. And took one for Taylor. Met him up. Got there. Got to the T-ball game. And this year, I wish I had pictures to show, and I should have taken a picture of this interaction. I didn't think of it at the time. I'm mad at myself. I'll try to get it next time. But our team, their jerseys, Van's little jersey is the brightest yellow. Think of do I have a highlighter? You know that highlighter yellow? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
just the brightest.
Like Mario box yellow here?
Yes, that. Just the brightest yellow. So all these little kids in their little shirts are just just like the brightest yellow. And then the other team are wearing these really dark ones that don't look anything like it. And so Van's so funny. He loves the social interaction of this. He loves that all these kids are around and they're all, whether he knows them or not, they're his friends. He's just a really friendly kid. So he's always going, "That's my dad over there." And do you like Transformers? And he's just this kind of kid.
That's great.
It's pretty great, but we love him for it. But here's the funny bit: at the end of this game, the game's over, and they teach the kids to huddle up in their little teams and go rah 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 for the other team or whatever, and throw their hands in the air. What's that called? I don't know what that's called. It's a good sportsmanship thing. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like everybody's a participant kind of thing.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. Anyway, they get into it. So they're supposed to go off into the little huddled masses and do it. So you got the highlighter mass, which is all these yellow shirted kids doing it. And then I look over at the other team, and they're all these dark colored kids, but one bright yellow kid in the circle. And I realize, oh shit, that's Van.
It's Van.
So he's over there, hand in the circle, going, "Yeah, rah rah," and he's in the wrong. He's on the wrong team.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh.
So what I said to Kim and everybody, I go, "It's like a yellow highlighter in a mug full of Sharpies," and it really did look that way. It's like, anyone see my Sharpie? Yeah, highlighter. It's in that mug full of Sharpies over there.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh, it's so funny. He just is, and he doesn't understand any of the rules. He's just running. All that stuff. Amish Overlord, that's some horse shit. Can I dispel another rumor? Here goes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He says, isn't it, he's still talking about swig and the drink places.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it also because only in recent times LDS leadership said soda is okay? That is horse shit. You could always drink soda. That's never been a thing. That's not a thing. That's never been a thing. Rest easy tonight. Put your head on your pillow and rest easy tonight, right, knowing this, that's never been a thing.
Soda's bad because the bubbles come from below, like the devil.
Yeah, there's a few things I hate more or less than misinformation about where I live. It drives me up a tree.
Sure.
Up a tree.
I thought everybody had multiple lives where you live. Isn't that,
Well, that and, Brian, we all have horns under our hats, and what else? We,
magical underwear and all that stuff.
Yeah, y'all just need to just relax. Anyway, so the point is, why am I looking at the chat? I know better than this. All right, shut that.
Yeah, don't do it. Exactly. It's a bunch of distracting bunch of freaks.
Yeah, truly. Anyway, it was really fun. He won the game, but he doesn't even know that he won the game. He doesn't know.
That's great.
Because he didn't know. The rules are superfluous to him. They mean nothing. It's just a social interaction.
It's a time to go and hang out with a bunch of other kids and run around and play. And you mentioned before that he's just like the best sportsmanship kid ever, right? Like helping other kids up, or
all the time.
Like asking if they're okay if they get knocked over or whatever.
To a fault. When it was soccer, they were scoring goals while he was trying to help people. Like he just has a purity to him that is actually really, really great. But also it makes me worry because he'll talk to anybody. Like the other coach, the coach on the other team, at one point he's on third base standing there waiting to run, having a full conversation with that coach. Just turned around to him
do you like dinosaurs?
Yeah, do you like that kind of stuff, right? And so I have these horrible scenarios in my head where some stranger comes up to him and says, "Hey, do you like dinosaurs?" And he would go, "I love dinosaurs. Let's get in your white van and let's go see some dinosaurs."
your windowless panel van. I'm sure it's just the fact that, all right, I know I'm in a safe place here. It's soccer. My grandparents are right there. All these other kids, all these other people here to make me safe. I'm sure he's like, if he was unattended for a second while somebody was looking at a fancy jacket, he wouldn't just run off with a stranger. I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, he knows. I hope so. I mean, we tell him, we teach him. When I say we, as parents, and we back that up and all that. But there are days where I think I envy it. He lives in a cartoon world. He's so chill, and everything's wonderful. Nothing's bad yet. And I think this was me at his age. I was the same. I was like, the world is just a big gumball, and we're all on it, and it's great, and it's full of chocolate syrup and happy faces, and then you get older, about junior high-ish, and it all goes to shit.
You start seeing the cracks in the patina.
Yeah. And then you get really jaded,
Yeah.
Or you can, I don't want that for him. I want him to be happy all the time, but
What does it say about me, by the way, that my first go-to for what would leave a child unattended is being distracted by a fancy jacket?
I don't know. I don't know. Wait.
Why
Let's
a
dissect
fancy
it.
Jacket?
Let's dissect it for a second. So Brian,
I'm picturing like being in a here is exactly what I'm visualizing.
Okay.
Scott and Kim have van. They're going to the mall. Box lunch. Do you have box lunch stores?
We do.
In Utah?
Yeah.
And you go in there and it's like, oh, check out this cool StarCraft jacket. It's really fancy, and that's when.
And that's when they get you. That's how they get you.
That's when they take Van, because he's looking at a fancy jacket.
I'm trying to think, if I was a kid, what kind of jacket would really get me, like something with Star Wars shit on it maybe, or
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, somebody shows up with like a Optimus Prime on the back. Okay. I can see
There
it
you
now.
go.
I can see it.
I'm not even gonna invoke it. I'm not gonna invoke the resetting of the clock. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Well, I'll do it for you by putting a graphic up. Here we go.
Okay,
there you go, chat. Whoops, I lost it. That's
I
not
guess
it.
is mentioning the resetting of the clock is just the same as resetting the clock.
Yeah, it's tantamount to the entire thing. So we just put it up.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Brian, about you doing VR headsetting while you're on a workout bike.
I want to hear about this.
We got a call
I
from.
didn't end up doing it, but I'd love to hear somebody's take on it.
Yeah, here's their hot take. This is Dave in Philly, and here's what he has to say. You got chat room. You got any stereotypes about Philadelphia you'd like to get out of your system real quick before we play this call? You want to get those?
Far too many places claiming to be the best cheesesteak.
Okay, cool. All right.
When we all know it's shoot, what's the name of it? It's Joe's or whatever. So it's Pat's. I think it's Pat's.
Pat's
is the place.
Is that the place that always claims it, or they are the best?
No, that's the place to go. Is Pat's. I think it's Pat's. Anyway,
that sounds so good right now.
It does. Yeah. See, we just food on this show. We just need to eat a really huge breakfast before we do TMS.
I agree. I ate nothing today, so this is going to be. I mean, I got these grubs over here. I could just hork these down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
some protein.
Scorpions left.
Yeah, we still haven't eaten them because we chickened out on Monday. We're doing them next week now, though. They're still in the bag.
Okay, good.
Gross.
A whatnot says not Pat's. Okay.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Tell me later which Philly cheesesteak Yin's finds to be the best.
Yeah. Also, I agree with
Claire.
Claire.
Which one's Yin's like?
It's Always Sunny is one of the greatest shows of all time. So there's that. All right, Dave in Philly has this to say.
Hey, squats and biceps. This is Dave from Philly, aka a really hoopy fruit, and I was thinking about Brian's problem with using the VR headset in the gym, and I think I came up with a solution. People love gimmicks. And the only reason that it's weird that you would be wearing it right now is because nobody else is wearing it. So you need to start a gym, like goat yoga or something like that. You need to start a gym where the gimmick is that everybody wears a headset. And then it'll go viral, and people will have a fear of missing out, so they'll want to go, and they'll start wearing it in every gym. And before you know it, if you're not wearing a headset in a gym, you'll be the weird guy. Hope that helps.
I like
Take care.
You know what? That's smart. Social engineering,
smart, right? Yeah. Have a thing that you plug into on your treadmill or your bike that keeps your headset charged, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you could even link into their news or whatever, or you're out in space with all the other people on their spin bikes floating around on your little space jet ski looking things.
Yeah. Sign me up for that reality. That sounds all right.
Yeah, your Hawkman rocket cycles. Why did the Hawkmen have rocket cycles in Flash Gordon when they have frickin' wings?
I know that didn't make sense. Those guys could fly. So what was the deal there?
Yeah,
those guys.
Look who's coming for a visit.
Oh,
hey!
Look who it is. Show us your butthole. Oh, I never hear her meow. Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
Come on, Anara, let it loose.
Talk again? You want to say anything again?
Come on, you're a certified companion. Let it rip. Well, anyway.
Nope, she's got nothing.
Also, you got something going on. Or what's going on with David Luzader? You mentioned this the other day, but we don't have a lot of details, so share it out.
Yeah, so 2 p.m. on Saturday here in Denver at Fan Expo, which is what they changed the name to from Denver Comic-Con. David is going to be doing a game show called As Seen on TV. It is a 3-person interactive comedy game show where the audience even plays a little bit, and three victims on stage answer TV trivia questions about TV shows. And I'm going to be one of those one of those contestants. I'm going to be one of those TV shows, Scott.
All right.
I'm going to be one of those contestants. And here is what I'm 100% worried about. We put David Luzader. So David Luzader, if you don't know, was a winner on America's Next Top Podcaster. He won the season that he played in, and but we put him through hell that season. We made him do horrible, like stupid commercials and do a interview podcast and do this and do that. And Bobby Franks, yes, Bobby Franks says he was my mortal enemy. I know, that was such a stunning upset right there. But I'm worried that David is going to use this as an opportunity to get revenge on me. That he's, basically going to say, so Brian, do you remember making me edit this horrible audio file that you and Hammond created with this interview that had a bunch of ums and blender noises and airplanes flying overhead and da-da-da-da. Sure. Anyway, that's what I'm a little bit worried about. But anyway, if you're going to be in Denver at Fan Expo on Saturday at 2 p.m., please come find us as Seen on TV. I don't know which hall it's going to be in, which area it's going to be in, but I'll be there, and there you go.
Does it make sense that we went ahead and everyone capitulated to what San Diego wanted?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Which
everyone
is taking off the Comic-Con name.
Yeah, getting rid of the Comic-Con name because they wanted to keep it. Okay, fine. But then did everyone all together say, let's all call ours Fan Expo? Now we have the same problem. We're just everyone calls it Fan Expo now. Right?
Do they really? So is it Fan Expo everywhere else?
Well, it is here. It is there. It is in Phoenix.
I wonder if
Phoenix.
If Utah and Colorado had some sort of, they were operating with the same kind of management team or group, and so
that could be.
When we set out Fan Expo, then we kind of all agreed upon doing Fan Expo.
That could be. I'll bet you Kevin knows. He's in the chat somewhere. KT Data probably knows the answer to this because he's a little closer to that stuff. But are they? Okay. Sure. Hobbs says that they are the same. No, they're not.
No,
the same.
He says they're not the same company. Really?
Okay. And they have a Fan Expo in Toronto. I know Phoenix. I think Phoenix calls theirs that.
So fanexpohq.com, does this list which...
How come Comic-Con can stay Comic-Con in New York? How'd they get that done?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because New York doesn't take no shit. New York's like, screw you.
There we go.
West Coast.
So events. Fan Expo events. Denver, Chicago, Canada, Edmonton, Dallas, San Francisco, Orlando, Portland, New Orleans, Vancouver, Toronto, Cleveland, Dallas, Philadelphia, Calgary, and Boston are all part of the Fan Expo group, or FanX.
Or they call themselves that. They're not the same group though, right?
They're the same. These are all the same group.
Oh,
I'm on the webpage for fanexpohq.com.
Got it.
Now yours is an EXPO, right? Like it's just FanX or something?
Good question. Yeah, I guess it is just FANX. I know it means Fan Expo, but yeah, you're right. FanX is just X.
Salt Lake Pop Culture and Comic Convention. Remember Geeks? Remember the convention out there?
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I flew out there and we went and saw Real Steel, and we had a panel, and
that's right. You know what I remember from Real Steel? Two things. One, I like that movie, and no one can tell me different. And two, the music in it. There's a song by what would you call his genre? I guess folk music, I guess. Anyway, I can't even remember his name, but there's a song where Hugh Jackman's driving a bus in the beginning. He's on his way to wherever he's going. And I got so hooked on that guy for about 3 years. I still like him, but those are the things I remember.
Hugh Jackman or the
singer guy, whatever his music. I really like that guy's music. I cannot remember his name. He was really good. I could probably find it real easy, but
hey, do you know who's coming to your to Fan X? Which I guess is in a few weeks, right, for you guys?
Let's see. Yeah, 85 days, it looks like. Guess.
Paul Williams, who sells guns.
But
but disguises them as Talking about sides of meat or cuts of meat.
Oh my gosh, we're getting almost all of the Hobbits. No, these are all the Hobbits. We're getting
Yeah, you're getting all
Dominic,
the Hobbits, yeah.
Dominic Monaghan, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, and Elijah Wood are all coming.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon. What for?
Marissa Tomei is coming to. She's coming here as well.
Why is Susan Sarandon
Hey,
coming to
David
anything?
Luzader, could Marissa Tomei be one of the other contestants that I play with, that I play against?
Yeah.
Let me
Why
rephrase
not?
that.
Ernie Hudson, Lou Diamond Phillips, Priscilla Presley. That's weird.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard.
You got quite a few losties too. Rebecca Mader. You mentioned Dominic Monaghan is going to be there.
Oh my gosh, Randy Quaid's coming.
Oh wow!
Holy shit! I thought he
They're
wouldn't
letting
even
him
get. I thought he wouldn't leave Canada. I thought there was.
They're letting him in the country. Yes, his exile.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan Frakes, a whole bunch of Trekkies, LeVar Burton,
Maggie Grace, another lostie.
Will Wheaton.
Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner, the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman together.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy. Oh, Linda Hamilton, Michael Biehn. We're getting some Terminator shit. Phil Lamar. Yeah, he got blown apart in the back of the car in Pulp Fiction. That was cool.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, actually, it looks like a pretty good lineup.
It's not bad.
I'm semi-impressed. Ooh, Nolan North, voice actor. Anyway.
There you go.
What else we got going on here? Just a note, just a little bit of a PSA. I'm moving. We're having a major change to the way the Frog Pants store works. This is a place where people get prints and my games when I make them, and decks of cards and T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And we're moving it all in-house. My daughter Taylor is going to be running everything from here on out. She's very good at that stuff, and I'm super stoked for her to take it over. And as a part of that, we got a bunch of older stock that we are going to slash in ways that is literally going to lose me money. Okay, but we need to clear them out. So things that are like $30 will be like $4.99. That could be anything from like hardcover comic compilations to full-size prints or everything in between, bunch of decks of cards, this kind of stuff. So we're just having this major blowout. Now, if you go to the store right now, you won't see the sales just yet. There are some things on sale, but the big sale hits tomorrow. So 4th of July sale. It won't be just for the 4th. It'll just keep going until we move this stock. And it'll also include a new thing, which is these grab bags. And they're going to be cheap. They'll be free shipping. And they will have, at the center of them, a deck of custom playing cards that I designed all the art for. So the backs plus like king, queens, jacks, all that stuff. This is from like 2018, if anyone remembers this. We still have some older decks. You probably have some hanging out. And these grab bags will feature that as sort of an anchor point, and then a ton of like random stuff thrown in. I think it will have 8 items total per pack or something like that, and they're going to be cheap. So anyway, it's just an attempt to kind of clear the shelves so we can start putting some really cool new stuff in there. Got big plans for the future. I want people to know about it. Head over to frogpants.com/store and be ready for that, all right? Because that's coming. And you'll hear me talk about it once it launches, and I'll never shut up, all right? For a while.
Yeah.
Brian, Tadpolly Feud waits for no man.
Let's do it. Yeah. Well, it waits for us to finally get to it.
That's true. And Dunaway to answer his phone, which hopefully he will do shortly. Whoops. Shit. Here we go. Okay. We also need one of you to call in, and we're going to take today our third caller. Sometimes I do fourth. Today it's third.
Turd. We want the turd caller.
We're taking the turd.
Taking the turd.
Hey, Brian Dunaway, what are you doing, man?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I'm doing nothing. Just sitting here
Just
thinking,
hanging out.
are they ever going to call me? My God, it's almost 11:43.
I know.
I hope nothing happened to them.
I know.
I hope they're safe.
Well, look, you're a very patient man, you know.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Well,
He's a
you think
patient.
that? No,
What?
no. I reflect an impression that I'm patient.
Oh.
On the inside, I'm all knots.
Okay. Well, you look great, even though I
Oh,
can't
thank
see
you.
you. Your icon looks amazing. It's so good.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
We also have with
I'm
us
a
on the
bowl of
line.
Jell-O.
You are a bowl of Jello. We have on the line with us also Win Megas, who has been here before, but he's
Win
also
Megas.
today's third caller. So, Win Megas, welcome back. How are you?
Hello.
Whoops!
Hello.
I hit a thing that wasn't wasn't for you. It's good to have you here, man. It's been a bit, but you might win some prizes today. And Brian Ibbett here is going to explain this whole damn thing and how it works.
That's right, Scott. Get logged into the game. It's
Yep.
time to play the Tadpolly Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Wind Magus, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you'll get a Sabotage prize package. Sabotage. That includes NBA 2K20, only 4 years old at this point, and This War of Mine, both on Steam.
Ooh,
both
This War of
courtesy-
Mine's so good. Sorry.
This little war of mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah, courtesy of Keith Brown. Thank you, Keith, for sending in those games.
Nice. It's intense, though. It's like a survival game set in a really harsh, dark zombie future. It's very good. Really good.
Is it like Enemy Mine?
No, nothing like
Hey,
Enemy.
Scott.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Did you see that Civ 6 is on sale for Steam for $3 right now?
I did. I already own it all,
Wow.
so I would otherwise jump on that. But yeah, people should.
That seems like a screaming deal.
Oh, it's screaming right now. The summer sale has already made me spend way too much stupid money on Steam, so I think I'm good for a bit. But yeah, I've been buying all kinds of things that were ridiculously like there's stuff on there that was like $80, and it's $4 today or something.
Yeah, the summer sale's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Really
And
tempted to get on the Elden Ring.
do it. Get in there. Pay the $29.
No.
It's
Oh.
telling me that Griftlands is on sale on my wish list, so it's like, okay, I got to pick up
Oh,
Griftlands.
Griftlands is so good.
I grabbed the Master Chief Collection for $10, which I thought was super worth it.
Yeah, also very good. There's tons of stuff. I got big recommendations for core. I just have to list them because
Hey, Steam, send us some money.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
Or
thanks,
just send
Steam.
us some games.
Yeah, send us some more codes that we can give away to our awesome listeners when they compete in this game.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's get to it. What's our topic today, or what's our thing?
Yeah, so let's get to this one. We asked 512 tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. Put your hands on your buzzers and tell me what they said when we asked them to name a band you would classify as hair metal.
Ah,
Oh, Scott.
it wouldn't take for a second. I don't know.
Me either. Is it?
I don't know what happened there. That's weird.
Weird.
All right.
I'm gonna say, sorry, that threw me off because of that. Let's go with Def Leppard. They're a hair metal
Def
band.
Leppard. Show me Def Leppard.
Okay.
Number 4 answer on the board. Pour some sugar on answer number 4. 3 answers will beat it. Brian,
Well, in that case,
yeah.
I don't think. For me, it was Poison.
Oh,
Show
shit.
me Poison.
Every rose
Damn it.
has its thorn.
Number one.
Just
Shit.
like
Number 1
every
answer
night.
on the board.
Every cowboy has his big fat dong. How's it go? I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, that's
That's-
exactly
nailed it.
right. That's yeah.
Nailed it.
Well done.
That was
All
the
right.
Poison part.
Yeah.
Wind Vegas, you're going to be joining Brian, and the two of you have control of the board. You have 1 point going into this, but 8 answers still on the board, so you can rack up some points against Scott's 4 that he already has for Def Leppard. What else you
So
got?
how you feeling over there? Were you into the hair metal? Were you back in the 80s?
Mm.
I have no idea, but you know who does? My wife. So I'm going to go
Oh.
ask her.
Oh, wow.
I like
We
this.
Can, we can phone a
wife.
friend on this show? Oh, okay.
I like it. I like it. And if not, I have a few in the barrel.
Yeah.
If you're unsure, because I lived that time.
Yeah. You live.
I
You
might
made it
have-
through.
I might have
ask
listened.
Yeah.
I might have listened to a few.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
just saying.
Yeah.
So, Brian, he suggests that you keep going while he
Sure.
asks his wife.
Go
So
ask your
what
wife.
else you got?
Meanwhile, I'll go with the Crew. Let's get the metal crew
The
out.
Crew,
By the way,
sure.
great video game.
No,
too,
it's
by
not.
the
It's
way,
bad.
just
The
saying.
Crew is bad.
It's a great
no,
video
No,
game.
it's a bad video game. It's bad. Don't tell anyone.
Motley Crew.
Yeah.
All
Good
right,
documentary?
let's-
No, the game. The game's terrible.
But the documentary's good, though, right? We can
Yeah, the
agree on that.
documentary's okay. Yeah.
Documentary was really good. All right, show me the Crew.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Motley Crue and all their umlauts. Number
I'm
2.
gonna get.
Eh,
I'm getting wrecked.
So many umlauts.
getting
You're not. You're
wrecked.
still leading, Scott.
We're actually
with
doing pretty good.
4 points to Brian's 3. Brian,
Yeah, but I feel like he's got a long
Lindsay's-
string in him. He's not going to finish here. I'm screwed.
Yeah.
That's all
I
right.
don't know,
I want our guy to
because
win, so whatever.
I
I'm
mean,
easy.
that's like the tippy top. So then after that, after you get past, well, there's one more. Well, some of these get kind of mixed up between
Yeah,
metal and hair.
And then
So,
and
right.
then you start having to figure out, well, what would the tadpole say?
Yeah.
Right.
My wife did have a suggestion.
Okay.
Oh, what should give us?
She gave us Twisted Sister.
Okay.
Perfect. Twisted Sister. A little heavier on the metal than the hair, but yes, I'm going to agree.
Yeah.
I mean, D. Snyder and that long blonde perm that he had was just spectacular.
Yeah.
All right, going with Twisted Sister.
Very
Okay.
good. Let's
Show
twist those
me.
sisters.
Come on, show me. No, that's not. That
Come
was
on.
a different one. We're not going to take Twisted Sister. Where are we going to
There
take
you
it? Number three. That's
three.
right.
Oh,
It's
nice.
top
See,
three.
Your wife knows. Is that the only one she had? Run back quick.
Well,
Tell her she did good.
Okay.
Give us more.
what was the next one?
Yeah, I have her.
Twisted Sister was 3.
I love this phone a spouse that we got going.
This
I
is
know,
this
it's
is
great,
my
yeah.
favorite thing we've done yet.
Alice
with this.
Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, Alice
Put it
Cooper. Interesting. Yeah, he definitely has hair.
Yeah, I didn't even know. So
Have you
I know
have you
Ibbot
seen
knows
him
this.
lately?
Ibbot knows this. I will
Yes.
not deny this, but yesterday I found out for the first time ever that was the name of the band, not the dude,
Yeah.
and he adopted
Right,
it later
right.
because everybody just associated with him.
His
the
name is Vincent Furnier, I believe.
Yeah. So it wasn't even like
name
his. It wasn't
His
even like.
name is How Am I Not Dead Yet?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't his nickname even. He was like, "That's my band," and people are like, "No, that's you," and so eventually he was just like, "Fine."
He just said, "Fine,
Well,
I'll be
I
Alice
love-
Cooper." Totally fine.
I had no idea until yesterday.
I love
Anyway.
Gun. Gun is great. Go ahead.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
All right. Alice Cooper, show me Alice Cooper.
Oh, that's a shame.
Not even on the list. Amazingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Too old,
He,
I
had
think.
he did have his moment though. He did kind of.
He did, but it was real
He did.
70s kind of
He's-
thing, and I don't know if
He
they
did,
called
but
him.
he did slide in a little bit during the hair metal
Yeah,
era.
maybe a little
Did
bit.
a
He
little
tried.
bit.
Let's say he tried to do that.
He's like, I've got hair. I do metal.
Let's do
You got Control and six answers to choose from and 4 points.
let's do Cinderella. Let's get them out of the way.
Cinderella.
Oh, that is
sure.
really good. That is a really
right.
good one.
Yeah.
Show me Cinderella. Number
Oh,
9.
those
Big
are
points
good,
for Scott.
juicy hair metal band points.
They were more
meaty points.
They were more hair than band, even the way those guys worked. Let's go with White Snake. Let's get them out
Oh,
of the way.
dadgummit.
The Snake of White. Sure. Here we go
I didn't
again
think Scott had
on
any.
the board.
Mhm.
Show me White Snake.
Here we go.
Yeah, Tawny Katane rolling around on answer number 5, bringing you to 18 points.
To Megas, I
Brian
apologize.
And Megas is 6.
Let's get.
I'm the one who should apologize. I have no idea.
No.
How about who does?
Who does?
Shit,
Who does?
who does the cherry pie thing? That's
Yeah, you should say that one.
Is that
my
cherry
You should say
pie?
that one.
I
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
water, what a sweet surprise.
Yeah,
You
let's
should say
do
that
that. Is it Warrant? Is that who that is? Shit. Let's say Warrant.
Warrant's a good
All right.
answer.
Let's see if it's an answer so good it'll make a grown man cry. Show me Warrant.
Oh.
Number 18 on the list.
Damn
Weren't
it.
on the list, but
Didn't warrant the list, but
they
it did
didn't
do.
warrant the top 10. Yeah. Control going back over to Brian and Win Magus. 4 answers on the board, and you guys are trailing 6 points to Scott's 18.
Boo.
Some people are gonna have their hurt. They feel like, hey, can I get one in here, or do you have more? Do you have more?
Do I have a more?
No, you take it.
You.
Do I?
I'm gonna go with not as popular as the rest, but still up there. Rat. That's with 2 T's. It's got 2 T's, not one.
Rat-tit-tit. Yeah,
Rat-
sure.
Ratatouilles. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. Show me. Let's see if we can go round and round on this one. Show me Rat. Number 10
Oh,
answer on the board.
Them are
bringing you
some
up to 16
good points.
Some good points for you right there.
We're only 2.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Still
most of
trailing
the-
Scott 18 to 16, but
I'm
you've got some-
surprised. I don't think of Def Leppard as a hair metal band, but I
sure.
guess. I guess.
You-
and the rest of these
Tadpole
are really-
does, and that's what's important.
Yeah. And that's, man, that pretty much nails most of the big ones. So did people really consider like GNR hair band? I don't think they are, but they definitely had hair,
Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
and they were a little heavier sometimes. So
I think they straddled that because they made music that
They
is
did.
like all time awesome, and people can still listen to it today and not cringe or whatever. But they also
Right.
had, him and what's his
And it's-
name, Axl Rose and Slash had some serious hair.
and it's what yeah, I'm Slash. You couldn't even see him between his hat and his
Very
hair. You
teased.
still haven't seen him.
Yeah,
Lots of
You
product.
don't even know We don't know if Cousin It is still in there or not. What do you think, Win Megas? Do you think we should go with the GNR, or how about some LA Guns? They were much more hair metal before they really got GNR. But
I don't know. The couple of people in the Tadpole said Skid Row.
Ooh,
You could do Skid
I'm going to
Row
skid right over to that. I think Skid Row's even
with their
better answer.
Canadian lead singer. Forgot
Yeah.
his name though.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer, chat.
All right.
Chat.
All right. Show me Skid Row.
Oh, son
Number
of a butthole!
15
You failed
on
me,
the,
chat.
on the list. Yeah.
How about Bon Jovi? We got them in there.
Bon Jovi, sure. Let's see if these guys are wanted, dead, or
Dead
on the
or
board.
alive.
Show me Bon Jovi.
He's gonna ride a steel
Number
horse.
7.
Son of a butthole.
Slickery when wet. Okay.
right.
Well,
So that takes Scott up to 25 versus Brian, and Winmagus is 16.
you know what's funny is
Scott
in
gets one more. He locks this thing down.
Oh,
for the
but
win.
if he finishes everything,
But
then
if
yeah.
he finishes everything, if you guys both finish everything, then clear the board.
if you finish your
Winmagus gets the prize.
if you finish your meat, you can
You
get
get
some
your pudding.
Some pudding.
Get your pudding.
Yeah. But they've definitely not Pink Floyd. All right. How about it is this is the Tadpole thing is
It's
really
the Tadpole. Yep, that's the.
Oh, I've got a strike that I can spare, I guess. So I'm gonna say, I guess a spare and a strike are different. Let's go with. Let's get Wasp out of the way. I hope Wasp
Ooh,
is
that's
on
a good
there.
one.
Yeah,
Sure.
Wow,
I
Scott knows more hair metal than I thought.
dude, I was into this
That's
stuff
a
when I was
deep-
a
That's a
kid.
deep dig.
I saw
Wasp,
them in
mean.
concert. They opened for Van Halen in '85, and
All
I went to that.
All right, perfect.
Back when I
right.
liked concerts. Anyway, go ahead. Yes. So yes.
All right. Show me Wasp.
Oh,
Not even on the list. Like nobody in the Tadpole.
I don't
But I would
usually
agree.
think-
I would
I
have
haven't
put them.
thought of. I haven't thought of Wasp and
I think
probably
that's
since
more
the
it.
80s.
They were definitely hair metal, but they've also been completely forgotten.
Yeah. They were one of those where my aunt thought they stood for "We Are Satan's People" or some shit like that.
perfect.
Yeah.
They could be hanging out with knights in Satan's service.
Yeah. Or
Sure,
what was
right.
AC/DC after?
against Christ, Devil's Child. or
Yeah,
something like
against
that, right?
Christ,
Yeah.
Devil's
Yeah.
Child. That's it. Oh my gosh! Adults in our lives, freaking F right off, you bunch of dicks. So
Satanic
lame.
Oh, you
Panic for
said-
the win.
Yeah.
Did you say you went to the concert in '85?
Yeah, it would have been. It was the Sammy Hagar year, the 5150 album tour.
Nice.
Yeah. Here might be the other problem with me is I was one at the time.
you were just
Sure,
a child. Yeah, I was 15.
Fair
so,
enough.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
right.
2 answers still on the board. And,
God, now
still a way to get
I've
some
forgotten
points.
everything because I'm going through things in my head and I'm thinking, we said warrant, right? We said that. Did we say? I think we did.
yeah,
oh my God, now I can't remember.
I'll
anything.
tell you we said warrant because I would like
Okay.
Vegas to win, so I'll give you that hint. We said warrant and it was wrong.
All right.
I said warrant. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Oh, we never did say Guns N' Roses.
No.
I still don't think that's a great hair metal band, but I think it's on this list. I don't think it's right, but I think it's on the list.
All right.
What do you think?
Hey
What
Brian,
do you think,
take us down to Paradise City.
I think it's as good as any of the other options.
All right, good. Let's do it. It's a big. Sometime name recognition is really what it's all about.
That's
So
right.
let's do
Does-
some Guns
Before
N'
does the
Roses.
Tadpole think that they're hair metal? Yes, of
Right,
course.
right.
All right. Show me Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Number 8
Oh
on the
my
board.
God.
So
Oh,
it
this
all
is
comes down to
close.
this. You are 1 point behind Scott. Now, obviously, if either of you get this last one,
Right.
then
We
Winmagus
win.
wins. Otherwise, and you guys
Oh
each
my
have one
God.
strike to play around with. And nobody's picked number 11 yet, so which also gives them a free guess. But
Is
one
the
answer left
chat
on the
room
board.
saying anything smart, Wing Megas? Are they saying anything smart?
Let's see
Give me some things they're saying.
Honestly, it doesn't matter who gets it, but I see Van Halen.
Right.
I see Kiss.
Nah. They're more of a makeup band.
Oh
mean-
yeah, I have no idea, but
Yeah, but Tadpole,
Right.
Tadpole and all.
It does the name recognition. Yeah.
You remember Lick
You
It
think
Up?
Kiss?
Lick It Up, baby. They were hair metal bands then. They got rid of the makeup and were Lick
All
It
right.
Up. Lick
It is.
Up.
Ooh, Quiet Riot. What do you think? Name recognition better for Kiss? I think
I'd
It's
probably
only at
go
number
with Kiss. I don't know.
it's all the way at 6, so that's pretty good. That's a lot of people, probably. That's more than 23, less than 30. So yeah, I'm going to say more than 23 of those weirdos said Kiss.
Okay.
Hair metal
All
band.
right.
Got those big boots.
Let's see if Winmagus is going to be playing NBA 2K20 all night and this war of mine every day. Show me.
Well, God gave
Kiss.
rock and roll to you.
Yes, good job. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Name
That was
recognition.
one of the most down to the wire freaking things we've ever
It
done.
really was. Yeah, it totally was.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tadpole.
I would call them glam metal or glam rock before I'd call them hair metal. But it really, again, it all depends on what the Tadpole says. Here are some of the ones that didn't make the list. Number 11 that would have gotten you free points and really pissed a lot of people off would be Metallica.
Metallica. Oh my God, I love it.
Number 13, quite a few people said it. Van Halen.
Van Halen,
Quiet
yeah.
Riot, number 14. Aerosmith, number 16. Scorpions, Europe. Steel Panther, Winger.
Europe.
AC/DC, Dokken, Limousine from Homestar Runner, Platinum Blonde, Striper. Somebody said, and then we get down to the singles. All That Remains, Anthrax.
Striper may be the ultimate hair metal band.
They are pretty hair metal.
So hair metal.
Yeah, Jesus band.
Death Clock, Enough's Enough, Extreme. Somebody said Flock of Seagulls. Somebody just simply said hair metal bad.
Metal
Heart, Helix, In Excess, Iron Shavings, which is, I guess, a way to get hair metal. Judas Priest, Loverboy, Leonard Skinner. People really flying off the handle here.
Skittered.
Queensryche, Rush, Shania Twain, Slade,
Rush.
Slaughter Slayer, Spinal
So if you had
Tap,
hair
Steelheart.
and you were in the rock era, I guess.
Exactly, yes. And finally,
Weird.
White Lion.
Nice.
Oh, White Lion, yeah.
My wife did have a funny answer of Sven from Frozen 2.
Yeah, that definitely counts. I just put in the chat a picture of the Kiss Like It Up tour image, which is the one I went to where they shut it down early and they kicked everyone out, and people were so I thought I was going to see my first riot in my life that night. It was so crazy. But this is them attempting to be the thing we're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No makeup.
Look at all that teased hair and
Yeah, they're
Paul
trying.
Stanley still sucking in his cheeks over there.
He is.
Yep,
It's
still doing
hilarious.
it. They tried real hard for like a hot minute to fit into the new era, and they just couldn't do it. But whatever.
Yeah.
And that song was about something nasty. Anyway, hey, well
Was it
done.
really?
Well, you know, it's just, I don't know.
Well,
When Megas, you're the big winner, and of course, Brian will have these over to you shortly in Discord. Congratulations to you and your wife.
yes.
And maybe, I
Thank
don't know,
you.
spend the afternoon listening to old heavy metal hair music, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
By the way, Scott,
Yeah.
the last soda shop I think you were thinking of was So-de-licious.
So-de-licious, that's it.
Ooh.
So delicious.
That is
Yeah.
a great name.
Do you see how
Oh,
they
that's
did it?
smart.
Soda-licious.
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
so
that's good.
delicious.
That's the kind of name you come up with, and you're like, we'll think of something else to sell later.
Yeah.
This is a great name.
Right. Exactly.
All these Mormons did it. All right, that's it.
Oh,
Dunaway.
Mormon! Do you know Mormons can't drink soda? Did you know that?
Oh, is that the rumor going around? Is that the thing?
I heard coffee is the devil's temperature.
Well, that's true. A lot of Mormons don't drink coffee. I'll give you that one.
But it's because it's caffeine, right? Wasn't that maybe?
No,
that's what we
it
were
wasn't the
confused.
caffeine, and-
Some more strict.
It's other stuff.
were- Okay.
It's stuff that's like habitual. It's up there. They put it
Yeah.
up there with like alcohol and cigarettes and drugs and anything that can create habit. That's the stuff they hate. Anyway, hey Brian,
What's your take on masturbation? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my take is I never want to see you doing that ever. But I do want to see you this Friday at 1:30 p.m.
Yes.
For Play Retro, because we're going to get together. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to talk about what? Tell the fine people.
Oh, we're going to talk about Toe Jam and Earl on the Sega Genesis. The first one that's a rogue that I did not know. I never played much Toe Jam and Earl back in the day because I started up a couple of times and said, this is some dumb crap. What's going on right now? I didn't realize it's such a rogue game. And now that I played it this week, totally flip-flopped. But you hear more about that. Also, I included in the chat or Discord chat a little image. This game here is what? 25 years. It's the Super Smash Brothers, and I think we need to take just a quick closer look at that Super Smash Brothers cover and tell me what Pikachu is doing. It looks like he's puking lightning bolts, but then they
He
got
does.
Oh yeah, he's doing Puke-a-chu. Is what he's doing.
Yeah,
Puke-a-chu,
Puke-a-chu.
right,
And I
exactly,
love
yeah.
the fact that they covered up his butthole with Duke It Out, because if you move that font, there's
Actually,
definitely a Pikachu.
I think the
back
O,
there.
the hole in the O, is exactly where Pikachu's butthole would be.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Happy 25.
Yeah.
It's a booty hole.
Also,
Yeah.
they use the
Booty
word
hole.
they use the word Biff for Star Fox punching
Weird.
Samus. Yeah.
Biff.
And they make the
Biff.
mistake of doing those things and not putting exclamation points. So it just like zap,
Biff. Biff. Biff.
Zip.
No, you're right. These deserve punctuation. Anyway, you guys deserve to listen to us this weekend, and don't worry. Here in Utah, we can play video games, so we'll talk about Toad and Mineral.
Unless it's a habit.
Unless it's a habit. Don't
And
make
those
a
are
habit
hard
of
to
it.
break.
That's right. Drink your coffee, video game. Bye now. All right, there goes he. We now take break. When we come back from break, I should say this break is brought to you by somebody. Brian, who's it brought to us by?
Brought to you by, hey, I'm Rob. Most of you know me as 9 of 12's husband, or DM_Rob. Having recently found myself between employers, I've decided to launch That Developer Dad, a website and Twitch channel dedicated to sharing what I've learned as a software developer. I'm doing 1-hour streams on weekdays while I build out my website using a new-to-me framework, and once that's done, I'll switch to building fun little projects in .NET that pique my interest. We'll talk about architecture and project design as we go. I'm streaming on weekdays from 10 until 11 a.m. Eastern Time as That Developer Dad on Twitch, so come hang out with me before TMS and you can point and laugh with me as I make and fix all my mistakes. The website you can find it is www.thatdeveloperdad.com, and you'll find links to all of the ways to view right there. Thatdeveloperdad.com.
Very cool, Rob. I want to come check that out. I like watching people code.
Yeah, I looked at his website today. It's it's like, all right, this is very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very awesome. All right, Brian, let's get to the song break of the day before Tom gets here. Tell us what we're doing there.
Quick. Yeah, we're going to get to another rock band here. Brand new single from a band called Messer, dynamic rock band known for their evocative melodies and powerful anthems. They've got a brand new single called Find Out. This was released in Dolby Atmos, so if you've got a speaker set up that can handle it, this thing sounds amazing. Here's the band Messer and brand new single, Find Out.
You gonna be okay?
Yes.
What happened to my art?
He hit himself in the toilet.
Well, like they say, it's the champagne of beers.
And we're back. Brian, tell me who that was one more time.
Sure, and sorry about those F-bombs, folks. Holy cow, I forgot about that. That is the song Find Out by the band Messer. That is a brand new single that they've released, and it's like I just listened to it during that break. It was amazing, Scott.
Weird.
Messer and Find Out, and just like Scott is finding out that there are F-bombs in that song.
Yep, enjoy those. I'm not editing
They're
them.
minor. They're minor. They're small and quick.
Yeah, they're minor Fs. F minor is what we're saying.
Exactly, yes.
Let's get into a little bit of Tech Time talk with our old pal Tom, and to do that, we got to play a little thing here.
We want Tom.
We certainly do, and we got him. He's Tom Merritt. He is Ace Detect. He is the man with the plan, and also a very slow Dropbox restore happening in his life. Tom Merritt, welcome back to the program, sir. How the heck are you today?
I am just peachy.
Yeah.
Full of vim and vigor.
Ooh, you do want the pairing of those. No one ever says, I've got the vim, lacking the vigor right now.
Yeah, I'm lacking
not
the
so
vigor.
much with the vigor.
Yeah, put points into vigor.
Are you?
Yeah, if you put some points into vigor, I've been playing Elden Ring, and it's specifically a stat you want to stack
vigor
your vigor.
is really a thing you can put points into.
Yeah,
That's
you
great.
want to stack. I'm so bad at that game. I don't know why I'm putting myself through this. It's so stupid. Everybody's doing it, so I have to talk about it. And blah 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 blah. It's hard as hell. I don't care who says, "Oh no, once you figure it out, it's easy." No, it isn't. Anyway, Tom,
are you saying you just like a little privacy, Scott?
That's all I'm saying, and a little bit of a little whatever Elvis sang about. What did he want? A little bit of
a little less conversation.
That's what I
action.
want. Oh, you know what?
More vigor, please.
More vigor, please.
A little less vim and vigor. A little more action, please.
I love that song. Tom Merritt, you are here, and that means it's time for some tech talk as we prepare for the Daily Tech News Show today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm very excited about that because my guess is you've probably been digging something. Is the summer, always a little weird, always a little bit like vacation-y and stuff, but you find things. That's what you do. So what did you find? What's going on?
Yeah, I have a curse. Everyone around me that I've ever worked with frequently says, well, there's not much in the news today. And I'm always like, I can't decide what to cut down. I have 20 things I want to talk about.
Holy shit.
So,
all right.
So the summer's always like that for me. I'm like, yeah, I guess there aren't as many planned events, but there's tons of interesting stuff. For example, the reason I was asking you about wanting some privacy is Proton just launched a Google Docs competitor called Proton Docs. So, not a super imaginative name, but, says what it does. Proton Docs is collaborative editing. So you can go on, you can make comments, you can see each other's edits in real time, all that sort of thing, but end-to-end encrypted. Not that Google Drive isn't, but a lot of people don't trust Google these days, even if their stuff is end-to-end encrypted. Proton has a 10-plus year history of being truly end-to-end encrypted, privacy protecting. They don't use your data. They don't want to see your data. Proton Mail is the thing they launched with that, if you know about Proton, is probably the thing you're most familiar with. But they also do VPN, a calendar, a password manager, file storage, Proton Drive, and now through Proton Drive, you'll be able to do Proton Docs as well.
Oh, yeah. And pricing's not bad. Looks like, that's euros.
It's free up to 5 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Free up to 5 gigabytes. Or unlimited is like 10 euros a month. So it's, around $10 a month.
Okay, not bad. This isn't the same Proton as the Proton thing that like the Steam Deck uses in Linux game box, like Valve stuff. This isn't Valve Proton, is it? Or maybe they are. I don't know.
No, this is a Swiss foundation. They actually just converted their structure to be one of those things where there's a nonprofit foundation that owns the for-profit company. So Proton AG is still for-profit,
gotcha.
But they promise not to make their money off advertising. And Proton Foundation is a nonprofit foundation with a board of trustees. And the nice thing about Swiss nonprofits is they are beholden by Swiss law to only serve their mission. And the mission in the case of the Proton Foundation, to oversimplify, is protecting privacy.
Nice. Okay. So for those maybe hearing this like me and going, oh, I love Proton. It's this compatibility layer for Windows games on devices like the Steam Deck and Linux and that. It is that, but that's a Valve project called just straight Proton. And that exists, and that's a thing, but it is not this, which I am now signing up for a free account.
This has been kicking around for a long time. It's the most secure way to do email. It's a real secure way to do password managing, although there's some other really secure ones out there. Very secure file storage. They offer a VPN that is well audited. They give their source code openly so that independent security folks can vet it and hopefully find bugs if there are, and they can fix them right away. But guarantee, like, yes, this is doing what they say. It's meant to be end-to-end encrypted. They're not, slipping in spyware or malware or anything like that. So it's a really above board company meant to serve the needs of the customer, not make the customer into the product.
Gotcha. Well, I just signed up. I want to try this. This is news to me, but I love it. There's going to come a day where the only Google service I use, because right now I don't use their search. I use Docs and I use YouTube. Those are the only things I use that Google owns. Everything else I don't. And it's not like I have a plan to I'm ridding myself of Google products. It's not that. I just like these projects, and these are things that I use. Oh, I guess I use Gmail, so there's that. But maybe I'll use Proton Mail. Sure. I don't know. Well done, the Swiss.
There is no reason not to try it. It's, like I said, free up to 5 gigabytes. When you pay, you get access to everything. So when you pay for a plan, you get the drive space, the mail, the whole ball of wax. So it's pretty simple in their monetization, and it may be a little high compared to other services to pay. But remember, there is no question of advertising. They are not monetizing you at any point. So I don't think it's outrageous what they charge, and it certainly is for someone who's concerned about that, or concerned about your data being used to train an AI model. Something they're not going to do that either. So there's a lot of reasons to try this out, and I think as they keep adding products more and more, I feel like, man, maybe I should just transfer everything over there. Because if they get spreadsheets, which is what I use Google Sheets for with podcasts, I might want to do it this way.
Sure. Yeah, I'm very curious about it. If this fails, would we call it a Swiss miss? I'll be here all week. Anyway, Tom Merritt, who is
I'm trying to come up with something for Pudding Bar next, and I was,
You were right not to laugh, though. You were right. Yeah, it was the right thing to do. I promise you it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. That's a low bar. You might call it a pudding bar.
Yeah, you might. Exactly. But I just know, look, Tom and I both like bad jokes, and so here we are.
Yeah, no. I only didn't laugh because I was mad that I couldn't come up with something instantly to counter it.
It'll come with time. Well, anyway, this is very cool. I'm excited about this.
I'm the same age as you right now.
Oh, that's true. For a hot, when's my birthday? In a week and a half?
For like 12 days or whatever. We're the same age.
Yeah, happy birthday, by the way. We didn't do it proper on the show.
We
hope.
Well, because it was a Friday, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was a day we weren't doing a show.
Did the dog get you anything?
Yeah,
the new
that's
puppy?
right.
He get you a gift or
He did. Yeah. The dog got me an Anchor USB-C to USB-A charge. One of those. I'm blanking on the GA chargers. The fast chargers.
Oh, the fast chargers.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
I heard you had
an Amazon. It was in an Amazon bag, and it said it was from Seven, the dog.
Wow,
So
wow.
obviously he got on and ordered it. Prodigy
cool.
at his age.
Nice.
See what else he might have ordered for himself, though. That's the problem. It's it's like one thing for Tom, and then 5 things for him.
Yeah.
I heard you also had a damn fine
and some bones.
That's right.
I heard you also had a damn fine piece of pie too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did.
That's what you do.
And I strung that out. I had a piece of cherry pie for breakfast for 3 days over my birthday weekend.
Excellent.
So
one piece over 3 days. That's a slow eater.
Each day, one piece each day.
Per day.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of pie, actually.
Slowly eat it.
That's a decent amount
that
of
would
pie.
be very Lynchian.
That would be very Lynchian. Yes,
slowly.
exactly. Yes.
That's great. Well, Tom, it's always a pleasure to talk about these things, and more of it will get talked about today on the Daily Tech News Show. I will be there, and very excited about that. Is there anything else going on that you'd like to tell folks about?
Indeed, there is. I'm going to be sending out the free weekly tech newsletter that I write today because tomorrow is Independence Day in the United States. So I won't be doing a newsletter on the normal free day. So if you are somebody who likes free tech news, you like my take on things, you'd like it delivered to your inbox with a little more than you might hear from me on Daily Tech News Show, go sign up right now at freetechnewsletter.com.
Very nice. And later on, I'd like to discuss this weird YouTube glitch that you ran into that you texted me about. That's very odd. What is that?
I went to turn on, because I like to turn on the stream and see what you all are talking about.
Right.
Champagne of beers, Love a Miller High Life reference.
Right.
Look at what's in the chat room.
Right.
But when I started it, it was showing me a clip from Star Trek The Next Generation with Data saying Masaka is waking.
Yeah, and it's my chat. It's all these people. It's the Restream bot. It's relaying Twitch stuff, and it's definitely my post. I don't have any idea what that is. I don't get it. But also, look at David.
We've been joking when the puppy wakes up at night, when the puppy witching hour starts and he goes crazy every night, which it happens to all puppies. We're like, Masaka is waking.
Yeah.
So I had been looking up that clip, but I don't know why it put itself in your stream for whatever reason.
Very, very weird. Well, I guess we ran into the cloud is what we did. Well, nicely done. It will be great to hang out with you later. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. Watch him as he goes. Tom, we'll see you soon. Thanks, man.
See you, Tom.
Bye. All right. That was weird. Here, Tom, or Brian, look at this. You can see this.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Show me.
Have a look at that. See? That's what he saw when he fired it up.
Oh, weird.
Isn't that weird? It's very weird.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh. All right.
I mean, we've had weird things happen before, but
yeah, never that. Huh.
It's pretty weird.
Neither of us look like that, and neither of us are recommentaling that or anything like that.
No,
it's bizarre.
Very strange. All right, well, let's get into the next phase of our existence, which includes a button I push that goes like this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Yes, it's time for Recommentals, everyone. We talk about stuff we have seen on streaming services, and we recommend them to you, the home listener. Joining us so far, anyway, is Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good morning stream. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm fine.
Good.
Really looking forward to America's Canada Day tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you? You got any big plans? You gonna? I don't know. What do you?
No, zero plans.
Okay.
No,
All right.
the lesser of the plans
Okay.
is hopefully what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we're going to my sister's. We're gonna swim. She got a new pool, so we're gonna go do that. And we're gonna have food. Kim's making some spread or whatever. That'll all be fun. But like going out and getting all into a crowd watching fireworks does not appeal to me anymore. I'm done.
Kind of same. Although I have a friend who has a new like fiance, and he's from England, and he's never seen like a July 4th in the United States, and he now lives here. And so I'm like, I wonder if we could take him to like a parade tomorrow morning. I'm looking for a parade.
Yeah. Parades are okay, although I kind of hate those too. But that's preferable. You'll notice both of them have like annoying crowds, which is my problem with both of them. But yeah, we'll see.
I like the idea of taking an Englishman in his 30s to his first Independence Day parade. I don't know, something funny about it.
Seems okay.
It should be fun actually seeing it from that perspective.
Well, I don't know where Nicole is. I'll ring her again. It's no answer yet, but she might be out and around, like Brian said, in Colorado doing stuff.
She's got her time mixed up because of the switch back to Mountain Time.
Oh, right. It's an hour early. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. I texted her and I'm re-ringing her. That's probably all we can do for now. Let's start with Brian, though. He's got a clip all lined up and probably just needs to describe it. What do you got?
Yeah, this is a show that I've been binging. A lot of people know the reason why I started binging it, but I would, even if I were to have completed the reason that I started binge watching it, I would continue to binge watch it because I forgot what a funny as hell show it is. And you're going to hear several of the main characters in this clip.
Here you go.
Speaking to that, Ron LaFlamme has got us a new litigator, and we are meeting him in an hour.
How are we going to pay this person?
Our guy has agreed to waive his entire fee until our case is resolved.
Oh, it's some wet behind the ears noob straight out of law school.
No, he is said to be very experienced, one of the best in the biz.
Then why the would he take our case on spec?
Was I in possession of cocaine, amphetamines, amyl nitrate, also known as poppers, at the time of my arrest? In large quantities. Therefore, I was incarcerated and I was disbarred.
Oh, wait, hold on. You were disbarred? So you can't practice law?
Not in open court. In the state of California, that's correct. But this is an arbitration. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I'm turning my life around. I've served my time. Questions?
I guess I have one at least. What does amyl nitrate do?
Oh, it dilates the anus.
That is accurate. Also produces euphoria.
Okay, thank you, Pete. And Jared?
Sure.
That is a show called Silicon Valley. This is an HBO show that started in 2014, went for 6 seasons and 53 episodes. And the other voice you're hearing there, so you're hearing Thomas Middleditch as Richard Hendricks. You're also hearing the great Zach Woods, who you know from stuff like The Office, and he was wasn't he also? He was on that what was the space thing on HBO? They're trapped on a flying spaceship.
Avenue 5.
Avenue 5. Yeah,
yes. Love that show. Oh my gosh.
And he's just, I think he's the master of timing and comedy and delivery. I think he's one of the stars of this thing for sure. You've also got T.J. Miller, who will not be appearing in the next Deadpool movie, and Martin Starr and Kamali Nanjiani. Yes, you were about to say.
I'm sad that T.J. Miller ruined it for everybody. What a stupid thing. Like this guy, like, he could have just been cool like everybody else, and this would have been a legendary show that everybody watched
for sure.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bummer, but I really there's something about his, like, when he's on screen, I really like it. I like his whole thing. His whole vibe.
He's really great. Funny. Like he's another. This show really capitalizes on the comedic delivery of a lot of these guys. Martin Starr, who you remember from Freaks and Geeks, he plays Guilfoyle and is, I think, probably be my favorite character on the show because of what they give him to do and his really skeptical, almost monotone delivery of his lines. Kumail Nanjiani, his basically Guilfoyle's buddy and arch enemy at the same time. Josh Brenner, who is Big Head, Nelson Baghetti, who is the living embodiment of the Peter Principle. You'll always be promoted to your level of incompetence or whatever the phrase is. This thing is so full of great regulars, but also great guest stars. Stephen Tobolowsky. You heard Matt McCoy in that. Lloyd Braun from Seinfeld.
That's who
in
that
clip.
is. Gosh dang
Yeah.
it. The voice was killing me, dude. I was going to ask you at the end of this, but now you've cleared it up. I feel better.
Yeah. Jimmy O Yang, who plays Jin Yang. Again, just so many great secondary and tertiary characters and actors and comedians in this thing. And it's a very accessible lampooning of the tech industry. You don't have to know a whole lot of programming, although from what I hear, some of the stuff they talked about is pretty dang accurate. Some of it, of course, is way simplified and way candified to make it easier for people to digest.
Mm-hmm.
But it does play on the growth of a startup tech company and how they battle the big guy, in this case Gavin Belson, who is, let's see, is that Christopher Evan Welch? I think. No, who is he? Can't remember the actor. Oh, there it is. Matt Ross.
Yeah.
Matt Ross. This guy just exudes smarm and the most punchable face ever on this show. But is a great kind of enemy to this little cluster of good guys that you root for on this show. It got a ton of accolades. It was nominated 5 times for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series, and well-deserved. It never won, but it was well-deserved nomination. And
it overlaps with Veep. Sorry.
It does, yeah, exactly. That was its big its big failing point. The and even the 10-second. Now I'm going to draw people's attention. If you haven't watched this before, or even if you have, pay close attention. It's only got a 10-second opening titles clip. Doesn't show any titles other than Silicon Valley, but that thing has so many Easter eggs and references, like the protesting and vomiting on a Yahoo bus, Uber balloon all of a sudden getting kind of attacked by a Lyft balloon in the bottom corner, Google getting eaten by Alphabet or being taken over by not taken over, but absorbed into Alphabet, and all these other things. The Napster balloon going up real quick and then crashing back down. It's, just that 10 seconds has a lot of little fun digs at the tech industry.
It's another reminder that Mike Judge is one of the greatest creators of all time.
He really is. And while I like everything that he's done, I think Office Space and this are my 2 favorite Mike Judge things ever. I like Beavis. I like King of the Hill, but this thing for me is so damn funny and so well thought out and well written and just such a crack up.
It's also amazing how well he nails the actual Silicon Valley vibes and all the weirdness that goes on there and all that stuff. It's great.
Venture capitalists and patent trolls and basically everything that you could encounter as a tech industry. He nails and lampoons very, very well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Currently streaming, as of course it will be probably in perpetuity on Max, max.com. Like you said, 56 episodes. It's half an hour show, and it's a very, very funny thing. The awkwardness of Middleditch. I wouldn't say if you're about to get up on stage with a bunch of people, he's probably not the thing you want to see right before you do that, just because of his weirdness and his awkwardness. But it's that's really the only trigger warning I might give you. It's just really, really fun stuff. Silicon Valley.
I love that you just counted on HBO/Cinemax to keep something in perpetuity. Man,
Well,
they're like the
it's
worst
really-
at that.
It's a really good point. Yeah.
Lately they're bad, but it does feel like the HBO stuff, like the actual HBO content, has not been chucked. I haven't seen anything get chunked.
Curb or Veep or
Sopranos or any of that. Like if you look at Max originals, some of those are iffy, and some have fallen off and gone away. Some went to Netflix, but I don't think so far anyway. Not that I have a lot of confidence in the future of it, but it feels like HBO stuff's pretty sacrosanct.
I'm expecting them in the future to make like a premium tier where you have to spend more every month to see Game of Thrones or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So there it is.
Anyway, Silicon Valley available on Max.
Very nice. Randy, tell us what you have brought us today.
Comedy. I just can't. I'm sorry. It's the summertime. I'm just watching comedy. I didn't see this when it first came out back in May, and I caught up on it during my vacation, and it was tremendous. Basically, now since the pandemic, like since 2021-ish, Netflix brings all the comedians in the world to Los Angeles every first week of May.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still calling it the Netflix is a Joke Festival. They will certainly fix that name at some point. Anyway, they established a sort of like through line show this year, and I'm giving you the first minute of the second episode, and so you're going to hear the host. And you're going to hear him talking to his co-host, which is Richard Kind. Hit it.
Oh, I love Richard Kind. Gosh dang it. Now you've got me completely hooked, even though I don't even know what this is. All right, here we go. Love that guy. He spit on me once, by the way. All right, here we go.
Now, on Friday, we had a few first show glitches and kinks. But I want you to know, we heard your complaints. I met with the crew, and I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, they will absolutely happen again. Yeah, they'll probably happen more because we talked about it. I think that meeting was almost manifesting more glitches. People said, though, they said that they liked the loose, clunky feeling of the show. Well, if you did, you are in luck. They said they liked how impulsive and random it was. Qualities of mine that almost killed me a couple years ago. Now, if you didn't see our Friday episode, I'm sorry, there's no point watching. You'll never catch up. The MCU level mythology that we've established on this show is impenetrable. The fan fiction written about Richard Kind already is prolific, and it is disgusting.
All right.
This is Everybody's in LA. And like I say, it is an attempt to make a sort of home base for the entire comedy festival that Netflix is putting on. And it is tremendous. It is funny. It is 6 episodes. They recorded one each night of the festival there in Los Angeles. And they just got comedians on a stage and they did things. And I kind of want to call it a variety show, but it's not. There's not like much music, right? This is a comedy festival.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to call it stand-up, although there John Mulaney is doing stand-up. It's kind of a talk show, but it's also kind of like a look at Los Angeles, which is really fun. Like their episodes all have a theme. So like there's an episode about coyotes and an episode about earthquakes and an episode about palm trees, and like they take live call-ins from random people around Los Angeles. They have special guests show up in the audience. It's very fun and funny, and it's not really like anything you've ever seen. So I'm asking you guys to watch it.
All right. It sounds all right. I've seen clips of this all over YouTube Shorts and TikTok and stuff. Seems like it's got, people are into it.
And that's a thing now, right? Like the whole thing Taylor Tomlinson is doing is making she's making a show, but like one of the goals is to produce clips.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I understand what you
now.
mean. Sure, it is a thing. You want to have content that will easily be clippable down the road, right?
Yes.
Did you know that we could clip this too and put it on the internet?
What are you talking about?
We have.
Oh, our show? Yeah, we do it all the time. Hi, Nicole. There you are.
Hi. Surprise.
Hi. It's nice to see you.
I'm in Denver.
Yeah.
Yay. I can see you from here.
I can totally see you. You missed. It's actually literally your turn. Right this second. Yeah.
Great.
Well, let's wrap up with this one. Where can people hear it, Randy, or see it, and hear it? Do both.
This is Netflix. This is Everybody's in LA, and it's 6 episodes. John Mulaney hosts. It is so fun. Please watch.
Nice. Nicole, welcome. It's good to have you
Well,
here.
I'm here to bring you down.
Oh, good.
Because Randy made you happy. I'm going to make you a little sad.
All right. I was curious.
My recommendal.
I was curious about this one, so I'm glad you brought it.
On all things. Yeah.
Let's give it a play and see what we got here.
My mom just.
All right. That's probably good enough. That sounds gnarly. I wondered what this was. I couldn't tell from the poster.
This is on Max, and it's exactly what she just said, 6 schizophrenic brothers. I'm fascinated by brain trauma now that I've had my own. And so, did I ever tell you I finally got a diagnosis?
Think so.
Good.
I thought you did. Maybe
Yeah.
you didn't. I don't remember now.
So, I'm a very rare case of what is called SIDHAM chorea, which is an offshoot of rheumatic fever, which causes me a lot of movement problems. Basically, my body attacked my basal ganglia in my brain, and I'll have flare-ups and tics and OCD. So that experience, I don't know, made me very curious about things like schizophrenia and so this documentary, I think it's six parts. I think there's even a book written about it. It's basically most of the surviving children who are now in, their 50s and 60s, that they were born into this family, an Irish Catholic family. The mother and father, were very religious, and they talk about the 6 brothers specifically that they have schizophrenia, how it happened. And so there's not a lot of understanding of schizophrenia. There's a lot of fear about schizophrenia, rightfully so. But there are people that have it and that are not, there's different grades to it, right? So this documentary is intense. It's very triggering, and the woman that you heard, that's the youngest sibling. Holy crap, she's been through the ringer. She took the brunt of a lot because she had to be in that house, right?
Yeah.
When the brothers were going through their psychotic episodes and just crazy stories, and how the mother said to her, Mary, don't abandon them. So the mother was trying to take care of the brothers and kept them in home. And in the meantime, lots of studies have happened. So they've never had so many siblings have schizophrenia. So they were part of these, kind of groundbreaking studies to try to understand what triggers schizophrenia, because apparently it can happen between the ages of 14 and 24. If it's going to show up, that's typically when it shows up. And so for all those brothers, they kind of look at the markers, and now genetically you can see if you have those markers. And if you have a big traumatic event, that could be a trigger. So it's kind of like nature versus nurture and stuff like that. So it's a fascinating documentary. I was riveted by it, just watching the story and seeing kind of the research that has come of it because of those.
Is it
those
a
brothers.
single one film, or is it a series?
No. I think it's 6 episodes.
Okay.
So you can kind of take. That's the important part. You can take little bites, because it's intense. So, and they kind of what they do is they kind of go through and chronicle each brother and how their symptoms manifested, what they think the trigger was, and let's just say a lot of it started with the church. So, because the mother was very religious, and this was the time of, the Catholic priests, and so it's awful, and how something like that can devastate a entire family, and it has like a trickle down effect to everyone involved in the family. So
wow.
And just seeing people try to come to terms with that kind of and work through that trauma and move forward, and it was really interesting. And then you get to see Mary's children. She has a son who's deathly afraid of being schizophrenic, because it's
sure.
so they interview him and kind of what they did to help him. And he's like, when I turn 24, when I wake up and I turn 24, I'm going to celebrate. He's so afraid of being like it happening to him.
But none of her kids are showing any signs of it, other than
No.
just being okay.
I think the son just has more trauma just from being exposed to the brothers and then worrying that was going to be his fate. So, but it, like I said, it was a fascinating documentary and something I think needs to be talked about more. I think schizophrenia, you have, what was that movie? That, you know what I'm talking about. Identity?
There's a bunch
Was
of
it
movies,
Identity?
about schizophrenics.
Where it had John Cusack in it and they were like all in his
Identity.
mind.
Yeah.
Identity.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
Except that's kind of a spoiler.
It's old, right? We're past the 2 weeks.
It's
Super
old. But
old.
yeah.
I mean, it's a
a really good thriller. Yeah, very good.
It's a great thriller. So, but you have that kind of how Hollywood perceives schizophrenia and just brain disorders. And I think we don't talk enough about mental health. I think we're getting to kind of break some of that down. It's scary for everybody involved, and mainly, especially the person involved. It's happening too, because it's confusing, and you're like with schizophrenia, you hear voices, you hear, you see things. It's like there's some kind of like it's almost too much dopamine. I think it is with the receptors. So it's trying to, of course, the medication makes them sleepy and they don't want to take the medication. And when you're on your medication long enough, and you're like, oh, I feel fine, I'm going to go off my medication. And then you go off the rails. Yeah. So, yeah, it's, I highly recommend giving it a watch if you're interested in, understanding schizophrenia a little bit more.
Looks like it's a Discovery joint.
Yes, it is.
And I was always curious about that. Like, I haven't watched much of the Discovery content since they merged all that on Max, but that's good to hear because a lot of their documentaries always seemed like a little over the top, exploitative or whatever.
Well, I mean, it didn't seem over the top. It did feel really raw. Like,
I'm okay with that.
But
that raw usually means truth, and they're I like that authenticity, so I'm fine with that. But
I did try to start watching that Ren Fair, and I hated it.
I cannot stand that Ren Fair.
I hated it so much.
I'm not even. You know what? I'm not even willing to call it a documentary because they pull the rug out on the documentary part in the first freaking episode. They start having internal dialogue with the voice of the people that are supposedly in a documentary. Freaking F that. I hated that.
I hated it. It felt gross. I'm like, ugh.
But
like,
can we all love the description of Ren Fair? When the ailing king of America's largest Renaissance fair declares his retirement, an epic power struggle ensues between an actor, a former elephant trainer, and a kettle corn kingpin.
They do a great job of making me want to watch it, and I'm so glad that Scott did a good job of making me not want to watch it. I feel like he saved me.
It just felt very... It felt all production, and it didn't feel real. And I could not even get past the first episode.
Like, I'll put it this way. It was like a very, really high quality version of, let's say, Real House. I mean, it's worse than Real Housewives because at least Real Housewives or something like that. Yes, you're being played. Yes, it's being edited to create villains and heroes and all of that. But this thing was presented, at least initially, as a really high quality, well made documentation of the Ren Fair stuff in this country, specifically in Texas, the largest Ren Fair in the world. And you're like, yeah, this is all interesting to me. I want to go here. And then later they got a guy who's walking around with a voice in his head that is himself going, I wonder if I'll ever achieve my goals as a dude in the Ren Fair, whatever the hell he's saying. And I just went, really? You're going to do this? At least shitty reality TV doesn't pretend like they know what the thoughts of the people are. Ugh.
Hearing the thoughts. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
It was the whole thing was cringe. Like, I'm like, I feel like they're making fun of these people. Like, it just felt like they exploited everyone. And the old guy, I was like, I can't watch this. This is gross. Like, it's just, he's like, I just want to find a woman.
It's just garbage. It's just total, complete garbage.
God,
utter
stupid.
Garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total waste of everybody's time. I hated that show.
It was terrible. Watch Six Schizophrenic Brothers.
Is there like any like serious violence in this thing?
Descriptions of violence.
They don't do
sexual assault,
they don't do
stuff like that.
reenactments or anything like that. No
No,
reenactments.
no,
Okay.
of course, no.
Good.
of
I
course
hate
not.
those. Hate those too.
But they'll talk about like there was one, I guess there was one. It was the brothers. There were 3 brothers that were very close in age, and they were in hockey together. And one of the schizophrenic brothers had an episode, and it was still early on.
Yeah.
And knocked the other brother, and he had like a massive concussion, which they think that's his trigger for his schizophrenia. And he was in the hospital. And so they showed like a reenactment of a kid with a little pool of blood. That was about as graphic as it kind of got. So
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see this. It's super interesting to me. So I'm glad somebody here saw it because I was very curious about it, and
yeah,
I favorited it and then said I'll get back to this whenever, but maybe sooner than I thought.
and a lot of the brothers are still alive. Two have one, one actually killed himself. One passed away, I think from a heart attack, maybe. But a lot of them are in facilities, not necessarily mental facilities. It's more kind of nursing home facilities with specialized care that they're. And then the sister is like there to kind of make sure they're taken care of, kind of stuff. And then they have the other brothers who were not affected by the schizophrenia, kind of like survival guilt, and talking about that. And, it's so complicated of a situation, and there's no right and wrong answers. And when you look at a situation like that, it's like everybody's just trying to survive and kind of go forward with their life.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to see it. It's on Max, everybody, or probably on the Discovery app that is still separate somehow.
Right.
So,
Get it on both.
Yeah. Very cool. Here is mine. This is I'm also going to bring things down a little bit. I like documentaries about weird crime cult things, and one that has fascinated me since I was a kid, and I'm sure I am not alone in this, is the
I'm with you on this.
Yeah, it's the Jonestown Massacre. Specifically a documentary it's a series made by National Geographic called Cult Massacre Day 1 in Jonestown. And I've seen just about every one of these ever made. If there's something about Jim Jones and all that going down, I've seen it. And this one featured some stuff that I've never seen before and some people I've never heard from before, and it made it better than I expected. I kind of thought I was in for an average documentary, and it turned out a lot better than I thought. It's a limited series. It's up on, where did I see this? Hulu. National Geographic made it. It's very, very good. Here is my clip.
One night, I went to a meeting after a service. We were told not to fall asleep, and I want to say it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember I did fall asleep. I had a gun on my forehead by Jim Jones, and he goes, "I love you very much, but don't fall asleep because I will kill you."
All right, so that's just a tiny. That's a tiny clip.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's just a itty bitty one. But there's one thread through this whole thing that really got me, and that is that they got his son, who is now, I don't know, 60s or older.
Jim Jones' son?
Yeah, Jim Jones' actual
He had a son?
He did. And I didn't know that either. I had no idea he had family there in Guyana when they went there. And this guy was a kid then, obviously. He's just a young kid. I think he was 8 or 9, 10 maybe. And he hasn't really said much publicly his whole life. He's sort of just been chased by this awful ghost that is his father and everything that happened. And I just gained so much new respect for this guy. And he also gave me some pause about a phrase we all use all the time, kind of casually.
Oh, drinking the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, the whole drinking the Kool-Aid thing. And it made me think hard about, because that's really the origin of that, right?
Yeah.
And there have been other things since,
specifically,
the what's the Heaven's Gate people.
The Heaven's Gate, yep.
Yeah, all that. So it's not like they're the only ones, but they kind of started that whole thing. And so when somebody goes hard on a conspiracy theory, it is not uncommon for somebody around them to go, "Oh, I see you're drinking the Kool-Aid," or whatever. And I understand the sentiment behind it. That's how a lot of idioms and phrases come out of things, right? It's based on something that happened, and now we say it all the time. You know, people say never forget all the time based on 9/11, or they'll say, you know, and often it's in joking ways, and sometimes that's therapeutic. I'm not judging anybody for doing this, but the son made a comment in this. I probably should have used that clip, but I want people to hear it for themselves. But he said he hates it, but not because he thinks people are using it to be mean or anything. He says it just gets it completely wrong. The meaning is wrong. These people didn't willingly do this. And the stories around this are often that, oh, well, he was so demagoguery that he convinced people to drink it. That's why they did it. And the truth is, he just straight up murdered those people by forcing them to do it, and had people with guns to their heads and told them, if you don't drink it, you're going to get shot right now. So you have to do it. And it's not a mass suicide. It's a mass murder is what it is. Right. And hearing his specifics, he wasn't there for that. He escaped. He ran. So that's why he's still with us. Wow. And he hates his father with a burning passion. And I feel so bad for this guy because his entire life will always and forever be dogged by your dad was Jim Jones. Like how awful must that be for anyone to, their entire life is defined by the actions of this piece of shit. And it really got me. So anyway, I gained a bunch more from this one than I have in past ones. The past ones usually focus on just, you know, here's what happened and here's a series of events and what the time frame was. But this one was a lot more about personal people and their exact experiences. Survivors all came forward to talk on this one. They all had really interesting things to say that I just didn't realize about the whole thing. I mean, at one point, there's this guy there who was just 12 or 14 or something, and his family was left there. He'd ran off into the trees. And then later, when authorities, is much later, he'd been in a hotel for a few days in the main city there. And a few days later, they had a little group that was supposed to go out and see what happened, because nobody knew what happened. They just knew that there was shootings at the airfield. They didn't know all these people were dead. We didn't have satellite stuff that were going to tell us anything that we all had access to, you know, that was government stuff. They didn't have a way to have cell phones or even satellite phones or any other way to know what was going on the ground. There was no communication. So they take this 14-year-old kid on the expedition to go see what happened. And he arrives to find his family and hundreds of others just laying there dead, bloating in the sun. That's how he found out that his family had been killed and didn't know. And it was hearing his perspective was absolutely wild. So anyway, if that stuff is at all interesting to you and you want to learn a little something from history, and I don't know, I'm going to stop using the phrase drink the Kool-Aid because I just think I think he's right. It's just
taste.
Yeah, well, it's not just that.
Well,
it's the wrong meaning.
It's
lost. I mean,
it has lost
edge.
its meaning.
It's lost its meaning entirely. And I'm not going to judge anyone else for saying it. I don't care. But I don't feel good about it anymore. It really bothered me. But it's very, very good and really thorough. Again, something I like about a documentary. It doesn't spend a lot of time trying to be shocking or using too much music to do anything. Those things are there. Those elements are there, but they're not exploitative. And I think it's a really interesting look at that whole mess. So anyway, up on Hulu, available now. The title of it is a little bit weird. It is Cult Massacre, One Day in Jonestown. And it's quite good. I think it's on Disney as well if you have the combo service. Yes.
Have you ever heard Conspiracy, the show?
Maybe.
Adam Todd Brown has this podcast called Conspiracy, the show, and
I guess I don't know.
He's got a series on Jonestown, and of course, because it's Conspiracy, the show, the question that he's trying to answer is, was Jonestown a CIA conspiracy? And I'm just curious if this touches on that.
Not at all. They don't even go near it. I mean, it's conspiracies can.
Yes. I know.
Take a big, huge dump for me. But in this thing, they don't get into that at all. If that even exists, they don't even mention it. They basically, which is what somebody who's conspiratorial about it would say. See, they don't want to tell you. They're just trying to fool you into thinking. But really, he was a plant from the scene. Like, whatever. I can't communicate with those people.
I'm not suggesting this, by the way. I was curious.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that show before. I see it now, though. I'm looking at it.
There's an episode of You're Wrong About on the Jonestown Massacre that I would suggest. I think you should listen to that episode.
Okay.
If you're interested in podcasts about
All right, interesting. Anyway, available now. It'll be up on quicktms.li as well all of these selections today. And so while you're having a moment there with Nicole and I's recommendations, you're feeling a little down, you can just drive down the street to Randy and Brian's recommendations and have a good old laugh.
Get a little uplift after your depressathon.
Yeah, we're bringing you the full range of content today.
That's right.
All right?
Exactly.
Anybody got anything cool going on, Nicole? Anything you want to mention?
I'm gonna go stay at the Stanley Hotel.
Oh, so envious.
So wait, you're staying? I thought you were just touring it. You're staying there?
Oh no, I'm gonna stay there.
Oh shit!
They even have a Stephen King room, but I have to call and see if I can get it. I doubt if I can get it.
Is there a naked old crusty lady in a tub or something you have to deal with?
So they have
probably are, but not part of the tour.
They do. They have a tour. It's a 60-minute tour, and I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to go by myself because nobody else cares. I was trying to convince.
I wish I could come up there. Yeah.
But they have reenacted the bathroom scene, so I'll take some pictures. I'll take some pictures. Yes. I'll take pictures and send them to you. So yeah, we're going to go to Estes Park and stay there overnight.
Do you have to wear?
Stanley Hotel.
Do you have to wear like a tarp before you open elevators and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
What if you see a couple of twins standing there at the end of the hall? What are you going to do?
They give you a big wheel for the tour, and you just ride around.
That would be awesome. I have a typewriter in my room.
My
tennis
gosh!
Ball to throw against the wall.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
Please tell me they let you put your face through a door and say, "Hey, Johnny," or
I bet they do. That I'll bet they do, and it's probably a photo opportunity.
I will say, whoever's running the Stanley Hotel now is really kind of playing it up. They didn't do this before.
No,
I think they've tried to distance them from it, but
they
now
tried to make
they're
it
leaning.
more hoity-toity. Yeah,
they're leaning into it. And from what I understand, isn't there a dead body there now?
Is there?
In a maze, they made the maze or something. Like there's an actual
that feels illegal.
Dead body.
Not an actual dead body.
No. I think it is. Google it.
I don't know. They can't. I think that's illegal.
It's
unless somebody said, "Look, here's my." I'm going to get in my will, and I'm going to say, "Please put my dead body in the maze at Estes Park."
It's
the maze is only the hedge maze is only like a foot high, by the way, at the Stanley. So you'd be able from anywhere to see this dead body.
Well, from what I read, it was a special, like they acquired, kind of like a mummy,
like a real cadaver.
Yes,
like a.
That's crazy.
You Google it. I read the article.
Let's see. Real dead guy, endless. Okay. Home. Frozen dead guys. Wait a minute. Let's see.
No. Frozen dead guy. Oh, well. Oh, is it the Frozen dead guy from Frozen Dead Guy days in Netherlands?
No,
I don't know. I just remember reading the article going, oh, weird.
I can't find anything, but I'm curious.
So we have this annual thing every year called the Frozen Dead Guy Days in Netherlands, Colorado, all about this Scandinavian family who actually kept their grandfather in their freezer.
Maybe
for
that's
a long
what
time.
I'm thinking.
Well, no, but I'm seeing the article saying that this guy, the frozen body, is somehow at the Stanley Hotel. So.
How do they work that out? That seems crazy.
But I don't know. He's not just like loose in the maze, like just laying on the ground.
Can you imagine? Like, hey guy. Oh my god. They packed white stuff around him.
Oh man. That's great. That's really great. Brian, you were almost in that movie. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I feel like they should let me tour it for free.
I agree. I think they should too.
Or stay in that room anytime I want for free. But that would be my request. But so I'm trying to find out. So there's an exhibit at the Stanley on the science of cryonics, and so they've got the frozen dead guy that they're trying to get him to the to the frozen dead.
So it's a little like that traveling the bodies tour
exhibit,
thing. Yeah. Okay. I could see that. There's legal ways around some of that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
That's wild.
It'd be great if they just laid him in the maze, in the foot
I
tall
didn't think
hedge
they
maze.
would lay him in the maze.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Nicole. When I heard Brian had said this earlier, he said you were going to tour the place. When he said that, I went, oh man, there's no way I'd do that. But now that you've described everything and it sounds like they really leaned into it, I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I'd go.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Drive over. We'll do the tour together.
Sounds
They
like
have
fun.
a 10 p.m. one too. We can do it at night.
That's true. I could be there by then. So I hear, but your husband and your kids don't want to go, right? Is that the
Hell
deal?
no, they don't care.
I love
Like,
You know,
love
if
it.
you do a nighttime one on Saturday, let's talk because I might
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
I'm doing Fan Expo on Saturday. Oh, but see, coming back, I have to drive back from
Yeah,
Estes Park,
it's a
and
2
an
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
2 hour drive
a
back.
lot.
You can
so-
sleep on our floor if you want.
Well, I'd also have to get up and do film sec with 2 of these guys the next morning. So that kind of.
All right.
We'll see. We'll talk.
Okay,
but,
okay.
Yeah, might be a way to make it work.
There's also a seance of this dude.
That guy.
Well, and they have like a magicians
Yeah,
that
look
come
at
there
that.
too.
Look at that dude, though. He looks like he's full of some real bullshit. That guy.
What is it about if you wear a 3-piece suit, the long hair spilling out onto the shoulders always feels greasy. Like it's always like you're damaging the outfit somehow.
Yeah.
This guy
What is
sucks.
that?
I don't know, but I don't believe anything he ever says. This guy never. This is not a guy I would
Here's
believe.
the shot, by the way, putting it in our chat of the front of the Stanley Hotel and the 1-foot-high hedge maze that you can walk through in front of it.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's
Right.
as big as it ever is.
It will get bigger.
Yeah.
But wait,
It
in the
will
movie
grow,
though.
right?
But in the movie, does it is that all just that's all faked then? There's no.
It's all fake.
Well,
It's fake in the movie.
Stanley Hotel was just used for I think. Was it just the inspiration? It wasn't even used for external shots, right? Or was it used for?
I don't know if it was
The-
external
the
shots, but
one
I know
with-
Stephen King stayed there and he got the
and that was what
inspiration for
inspired
the
it.
book.
I think it was the one with Steven Weber used. This
in the
one,
remake, yeah.
as the external shots. So yeah, none of the stuff that you see in the Shining movie was from Estes Park.
Yeah, because that hedge maze in the movie, they make it seem like everything is 9 feet tall, like
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
more. That's crazy.
Like
now you make-
Labyrinth.
Like
now
the
you make me
Goblet
wanna
of
go.
Fire in that back there. Yeah.
Wild. Well, all right then. This has been a full, generous episode of things. Randy, what are we doing for Film Sack this weekend? By the
We're
way,
watching The Mighty Ducks.
oh man,
which,
all right.
has come up a couple times, and it's going to be our second
Mighty
consecutive.
Duckman himself.
Yeah,
We got a fan. We have a Mighty Ducks fan.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've even seen the Mighty Ducks. I couldn't
I've
tell
never
you.
seen it. I know for sure that I've never seen the movie, so looking forward to that.
It feels
Our
like
second
something.
consecutive Emilio Estevez movie. Can we do 3? No, absolutely not. But
No.
can we? No.
No.
Have you done Night of the Roxbury?
No.
That's
No.
what that was from, by the way.
What was?
Okay.
Wait, what was from?
Oh,
Oh,
Mighty Duck.
The Mighty Duckman is Mel.
Oh.
Himself, Emilio Estevez.
we're definitely not doing that. That movie's too
Oh,
like
come on.
SNL comedy stuff.
Oh,
never.
it's so good.
Oh, I'm sure it's
so
good, but they're hard to
Super
sack.
hard to do for Film Sack though with the
Oh.
SNL comedies.
They're not very sacky, you know. Yeah, we never do. This is a long-standing tradition on
Yeah,
Film Sack.
comedies are tough on
Alright.
Film Sack because you can't make fun of a thing that's already busy making fun of itself.
Especially those, because they're all
Well, and-
parodies, right? Like they're not.
That's true.
Yeah.
It gets so tiresome to say over and over whether you liked a joke or not. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's another joke. Did you
Yeah.
like it or not?
But we will watch,
There's a
you
whole-
know, giant spiders eat people in the 50s or whatever. We'll watch stupid
For
shit.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We'll watch that. We ain't watching no comedies. Well, anyway, it's good to have you both here,
All right.
and good luck to you and your trip and all that. Randy, we'll see you this weekend.
Happy
And,
Independence Day.
Yeah, stay out of trouble. We'll see you later.
Bye, Randy. Bye, Nicole.
Bye, Randy. Bye, Nicole. All right. Well, we did it, Brian. We did it. We pulled it off.
We did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did it, everybody. So just, whatever you bet money today that we wouldn't do it, too bad. We did it.
You just lost all your money.
That's right.
Ah!
You degenerate gamblers. That is it, though. We're out of here. Reminder that you want to keep an eye on the frogpants.com/store link tomorrow because a bunch of stuff will be on sale. It's stupid cheap. It's basically just to cover shipping.
It's cheaper to ship it to you, the buyer, than it would be to ship it back to Scott and then ship it to you.
100% correct. Like, we are really going to blow this thing out. And my daughter is so good at this stuff. You're going to get the coolest packages with little extras and a nice little card.
Nice.
Perfectly packaged. She's a huge nerd for that stuff. So very excited about all that moving forward. Check it out tomorrow. That's frogpants.com/store. And Brian, you mentioned you may be doing Coverville early. Is that still a thing or no?
Yeah, I'm going to do Coverville tomorrow, but I'm going to do it early
Okay.
in the day. So get your. Let's celebrate America's independence with a British band called the Kinks. Ray Davies just turned 80, and so of course covers of things like Lola and You Really Got Me and All Day and All of the Night. Waterloo Sunset, one of my favorites, Celluloid Heroes, and covers by folks like Colin Hay from Men at Work, the Scorpions, The Bird and the Bee, Sherry Curry from The Runaways, Less Than Jake. I mean, it is Ace Frehley, who we talked about earlier today as part of Kiss. It is going to be a jam-packed show, and one of my favorite bands from the British, I guess, post-British invasion, early new wave era, the Kinks.
Nice.
So come dancing on Coverville tomorrow morning. Let's say 9 o'clock a.m. So typical TMS time, actually, is when I'll start it.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good reminder.
Yeah.
There is no show tomorrow. We're taking it off for the 4th of July, and we hope everybody has a safe and fun holiday. Sorry, international listeners. We do have some holidays that don't jive with the rest of you. Also, if you guys don't like the Kinks, no kink shaming.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, gosh. All right, that's it. Brian, let's play a song. It's probably not the Kinks, but it'll be somebody.
It's not the Kinks. Nope, it's Lynx. Hi, Scott and Brian. I'm a longtime listener of 6 or 7 years, thanks to my dad playing your podcast on long road trips. Oh boy, you're gonna like this. I can definitely see why you'll like this after 6 to 7 hours. My birthday was on Tuesday last week, and I'm hoping I can get a happy birthday soundbite from Scott. Prayer hands emoji.
Wait.
Doesn't say what his birthday, what year, but
let's do. He doesn't. We don't know how old.
No, but his dad played our podcast on long road trips. I'm going to say younger.
Okay, then I'll give him 2 things.
Diarrhea. Let's party.
So it's the fun young one, but just a little diarrhea.
Little diarrhea at the beginning. Nice. Yeah. Regardless, you guys never fail to make me laugh, and I'm always gaining something from one of your shows. Keep up the great work. Signed, Mason. Mason really likes the song Numb by Linkin Park. I really like Robin Adele Anderson, one of the vocalists you hear all the time from Postmodern Jukebox, but she's put out several solo albums. In 2019, she released her 3rd one, which was appropriately titled Volume 3. Big shout out to Gene. I hope you're still friends with Robin Adele Anderson, Gene, out in Brooklyn. They had a little dating for a while.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Yeah, and lucky man. Here she is singing Linkin Park's Numb in kind of a fun little burlesque vaudeville kind of way. It's awesome stuff. Robin Adele Anderson.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
I can't let you go.
Okay, you don't have to let me go.